To the Shreve Grumpin' YouTube channel. I'm Jack Tyler.
And I'm Christopher Weiss.
And today we are going to be doing a $50,000 watch challenge. We did a video a couple weeks ago. I think it was pretty popular. I think it was also very obvious that I had the better of the two collections. So we'll see if Chris can step up his game today. So we've got $50,000 on the table. Maybe you just had that big promotion. So it's time to treat yourself, and we're going to do it with your money and go around the watch floor here and pick out some watches that come out to be about $50K.
Let's do it. We had so much fun with the last video, it's a little difficult to up the game. I want to make sure I get this right.
All right, don't tell Chris, but I'm gonna keep it really small like I did in the last challenge. I think with 50,000, it'd be really easy to buy a lot of different watches, but I would prefer to stick with some stuff that's really, really extra special so that it's gonna have longevity and stay in your collection for a really long time. So we presumably have $100,000 worth of watches on the table. A couple picked by me, a couple picked by you.
Oh yeah.
Gonna go head to head with our decisions here. But first off, before we jump into this, what's on the wrist today, Chris?
Oh, hey, yeah. Today it is the Longa 1. This is a first generation in pink gold on a bespoke strap from Reverso. We're keeping the burgundy theme today.
Yeah, I love it. Picks up the tie.
Thank you.
Nicely.
And for you?
Oh, this little thing.
Oh.
This is a Rolex GMT Master 2.
Nice.
One of my favorite Rolexes. I know you love Rolex.
Huge fan.
So much.
Huge fan.
Yeah, I can feel the jealousy radiating off of it. All right, let's get into it. So what was your first pick?
Yeah, you know, my first pick, I really thought about what we had done last time. I liked the idea of 3 watches.
Sure.
I liked the idea of kind of like leveling up a little bit. And I wanted to keep things versatile. I wanted to have some diversity in the collection. So first up, what am I going to wear most days? I think that I'm going to go with Jaeger-LeCoultre. Brought out the Master Control calendar, right? We're not really in a budget where I can go annual calendar or perpetual calendar just yet. If I want to have 3 watches, right?
Yeah,
if I wanted to go the whole way,
sure.
But this watch has a complete calendar. We've got the day, the date, the month, the moon phase, all right there. We've got automatic winding, so it's gonna keep itself going. I can throw it on a watch winder if I need to, because I'm wearing one of my other 2 gorgeous pieces. But this watch is gonna just keep me up to date. I'm gonna know when payday is coming so that I can afford these puppies. And I think that the stainless steel case, I think that the brown strap, I think we got versatility here. I think that because we've got some complications on here, it looks fun, it's interesting, it's exciting. Really gets into JLC's heritage about complicated watchmaking, but it doesn't break the bank at $13,300, and it also can go casual or dressy, versatile.
That's a lot of watch for $13,000. I mean, of course, that's a lot of money for any watch, but what you're getting in terms of complication, in terms of finishing, in terms of history, yeah, I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, and it's not lost on us that this watch almost exceeds the total value of our previous video. First pick for you, Jack.
Okay, first pick. I guess I was thinking the same thing, like what's something that you can wear in a ton of different situations, but also has a little bit of a prestige to it. You know, because when you're spending this kind of money, you want to get that feeling every time you put it on the wrist, something that's a little bit special, a little bit more out of the norm. So I went with this Vacheron Constantin Overseas. This is the current production series with the silver dial. I'm a sucker for silver dials. I have a couple in my collection as well. But what I think is so great about the Overseas is that you can wear it as an integrated steel sports watch, which of course is very popular these days. But this particular watch also, you can very easily, if you're traveling, you can pop off the whole bracelet, put a rubber strap on it. If you're somewhere in like a more tropical location, you can put a leather strap on it. So really, if you just want one watch that could do it all, this is kind of the pick for me. I love the simplicity of it. There's a great history behind this watch too. It's just as relevant as maybe some of the better known steel sports watches that are integrated. And that's also why I kind of love it, because it flies a little bit under the radar. You see this on somebody's wrist, they have to know a little something about watches.
They do, and I think it's interesting to say flies under the radar. The version of this watch that everybody jumps to right away is the blue dial. Of
course.
You didn't pick that.
No.
You picked silver dial.
Yes. Yeah. I like the monochromatic thing. Yeah. You know, I think it works really well, and I think it's a little bit dressier in some ways. If you were going to put this with a suit, I think it would work even better maybe than the blue dial.
I think the versatility is the right way with that. The silver dial, it goes with anything. That really could be the one watch collection because of the different straps, the integrated bracelet, the silver dial looks great with anything.
Yep. So this one comes in at $22,500. But we've got some more watches to go.
We do.
What is next?
You know, you went stainless steel sports watch. I think that's a direction to go. You know, you went with silver, not blue. I went with blue.
Yep.
Girard-Perregaux, the Laureato with the Eternity dial.
Ah.
All right, so integrated stainless steel, time with the date. I like watches where when you see it across the room, it looks like one thing.
Oh, Rory, look. Sorry, it's okay. Sorry.
When you get a little closer, it looks like something else, right? And then when it's on your wrist, you see even more. This dial with, guilloche dial, enamel over top. I think that, you know, you look at it on the wrist, you've got something really special. From across the room, it's much more discreet. It may just look like a blue dial watch on a bracelet.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, you know, you look at this watch and joking aside, it does remind you of maybe one other particular watch out there.
It does.
But most people don't know that this watch is almost as old as that watch that's going to remain nameless, and it has its own pedigree, its own history. Obviously, when you start to look at it a little bit closer, it does have a unique design language, and I think it's a great alternative to folks that don't want to be on a wait list for 10 years.
For the Girard-Perregaux, we're at $17,900. All right, what's next up?
Okay, so next up, I thought you were going to come out with more watches. I thought I was going to do what I did last time and just like condense everything, but I see we've both done 3.
We did great.
So I did this beautiful rose gold JLC duo face.
All right.
I guess I was thinking along the lines of a piece that could be dressier, but at the same time, I think that like small gold watches are making a big comeback for men in particular, and I think that this is a piece that, you know, might be a little esoteric to pick up now, but I think over the years is going to continue to become something that we see stylistically a lot more common, and, you know, something that you're going to keep in your collection for a really long time. That's what I was thinking with the 50K is like, it would be very easy to get like 10 watches that are all like around $5,000.
It would.
But I was thinking, and I think you thought the exact same thing, like what are some pieces that are going to have real staying power?
Yes.
That have a lot of presence on the wrist, and also, again, I think for a lot of folks, because there's so much information out there when you're getting into watches, and there's so much more information than ever before.
There is.
Everybody wants that feeling of, you know, having a special collection.
That's right.
Something that's not just, you know, something you see all the time on the wrist. And these watches, to me, if I saw both of these on anyone, I would think that they have to know something about watches.
I mean, JLC is the watchmaker's watchmaker, but you know, there are not a whole lot of people buying a Reverso without knowing the story, without knowing JLC, and really having given some thought to this as a part of their collection.
Exactly.
I think it's interesting, you know, I think that both of us, when we were doing the $15,000 video, had really wanted to get a Reverso in there. But, you know, we joke about, like, you know, you're going to pick one watch for 15K, you're going to pick one watch for 50K, you're going to try to diversify. And you know, I think that in a one-watch collection, a Reverso could work.
Yeah, I think so far, these first 4 watches, all of them could work as a one-watch collection.
Yeah.
But, of course, this one has a party trick, right?
It does have the party trick.
We have the second face, which is black, so, you know, you've got, again, an up level of versatility, kind of like the overseas here, that this is like, man, this is black tie all the way.
Black tie.
This, you know, you could wear that
every day
with t-shirt. You're good to go. So I love that piece, and I think that it's, again, one that's going to age really beautifully and be even more relevant than it is today. And the Reverso is at $22,900. So looks like we both have one pick left. So what's the sleeper here?
The sleeper here, I went precious metal for at least one of these picks.
Right.
We know that I like simple dials, I like clean, and I thought we've got to go with Vacheron Constantin.
Yeah.
You grabbed an overseas.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of crossover here.
I grabbed Patrimony.
Nice.
I went super simple. I went, let's leave the second hand behind. Let's leave the date window behind.
Yeah.
Let's go with a gorgeous clean dial. Beautiful pink gold, ultra thin. I think this is the ultimate dress watch.
Sure.
But I think you can wear this with jeans and a polo, jeans and a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
I just think that it is so clean and so versatile and so classic. A timeless watch for any type of day, any type of event.
Yeah, it's a great collection.
Vacheron Constantin 20,100.
It's the 100 for.
You have one last pick.
I do, and I wasn't expecting to have one of these on the table.
Well, I went over budget last time.
You did, yeah. So I wanted to come as close as possible.
All right.
So I had 5,000 left over. I thought, okay, maybe, go out to a really, really ridiculously nice dinner, or.
Wait, do I get to go to the dinner too?
No, you don't. I was thinking, what can we throw in the collection that's got a different dial, something that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more casual.
Yeah.
Also thinking from the standpoint of maybe if you're traveling, you don't want to break out the heavy hitters. You want something that flies even more under the radar. So that'd be this Nomos.
Hey, I love it.
The Nomos Neomatique at 3460. A certain level of elegance, mid-century charm, nice and thin, something you don't necessarily have to worry about. I wasn't going to throw out the word beater because I think that is just a horrible thing to say about a very expensive watch, but compared to these other two, this is something you can wear maybe more confidently in more settings, if that makes sense.
I agree. As you know, everyone here at Shreve loves Nomos. We've got a couple videos out there already.
Yeah.
You did one, I did one. I love this pick. I love the Tangente. I think that it's fun. I love the design. I mean, we've even got automatic winding on this.
Yeah.
Fantastic
It's
choice.
everything you need, and for my collection now I have a silver dial, a white dial, and a blue dial, and a black dial. A surprise black dial.
Oh, yeah, so you got 4 dials with your 3
4
watches.
different dials. Yep.
All right, well, I got the blue dial, so we're there. We got the silver, we got the precious metal. It's kind of interesting to see, working independently, kind of how we found some things that were similar, at least in our approach.
Yeah.
But then completely different picks.
Well, we have excellent taste.
We certainly do.
So what do you think? What was your favorite watch out of all 6 that we picked? Which was your favorite overall collection? Chris versus Jack. We'd love to see how round 2 goes down. So leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and visit us on our website at shrevecrumpelone.com or stop by and visit us in person at our 39 Newbury Street location. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.
See you next time.